After I separated from my husband, I discovered that the house we were renting was actually his. I was here starting to tidy up the house when the owner of the house shows up and says, "Hey miss, I came here to ask you to vacate the house." So I asked him, "But why? Because like we've been living here for a good while and I don't see any reason for you to be asking me to vacate the house." He said, "No, it's because I'm going to rent it out to other people." Then I said, "But tell me the real reason you want to rent out to other people." Then he says to me, "Here's the thing, the house here is for a person, for a family home. Since you're separated, I don't think it's right for you to continue living here." So I said to him, "Yes, but I pay the rent on time every single month. That has nothing to do with it just because I'm not married anymore." He said, "Look miss, I don't want to hear it. I'm going to give you 2 weeks for you to be leaving the house because you see there is already a couple that is going to come live here. And it's like I told you, this house is a rental, but it's for family. Since you no longer have a family, you are no longer welcome in this house. It matters if you were paying correctly or no." The moment he finished speaking, he left and I was left here, not knowing what to do. But then I came to the conclusion that since the house was a rental, the right thing to do was to take my things and look for another house. And thank God I found another house that I could rent. And so I did. I took my things and went to that other house. After a good while, I passed in front of the house that I used to rent. When I looked inside, my ex was there inside the house. Then the neighbor spotted me and immediately started calling out to me saying, "Hey neighbor, come here. Why did you leave that house? I thought you were going to stay in this house here, that you had a right to it." So I know, neighbor, I didn't have a right because I was renting. She said, "But what are you talking about? This house was always so-and-so's." I said, "What do you mean so-and-so's?" Then she, "Yeah, this house has always been your ex-husband. It was in his name, didn't you know?" Then I said, "No, neighbor, don't tell me a story like that. So you're saying that house over there was my ex-husband's?" I know I didn't even let her finish talking. I went straight to his house. When I got there, I immediately started asking, "Hey man, so does that mean for all that time we were married? You always deceived me saying that this house here was a rental and made us pay its rent every month. And another thing, when I left here, you told me to my face that you could only afford to pay our son's child support because you had nothing else to share." Like, comment, share, and